I have been playing Rust since it almost first came out many years ago. It was Rust Legacy. It was the first iteration of Rust Legacy. It's not what it was for the longest of times. If you go back and play Rust Legacy now, that's not what it was like. The first iteration, I've been playing Rust since then. So, going into this, I want to explain why Rust right now is very unplayable on official servers or just regular servers for the most part. Unless it's heavily modded, it's very difficult to play this game, especially if you have a small group of like 3, like I have. Me and my 2 friends, we're a group of 3. It's very difficult. And there are 3 glaring reasons why this is true. And I'll go through each one of them. Okay, the first reason, big groups. This is a really big issue because in Rust Legacy, you never saw really big groups. The biggest group I ever saw was 5. That was at 5. That was a lot of people for a group. You mostly saw 1s and 2s, the occasional group of 3. That was it. And the thing is, the most frustrating part about this is that Rust has never really encouraged or discouraged any of these problems that I'm talking about. It's a community that has really pushed these forward. I never saw really big groups. There might have been really big groups in Legacy. I never saw it happen. 5 was the most. Mostly 2s, mostly 1s, some 3s. That was it. This new Rust is totally different. Okay, you see massive clans on servers, 50+ member clans, and sometimes they're on 30+ strong at a single time. So if you're playing on a 300-man server, that's 10% of the server is one group. And I don't care how good you are. I really, like, if you're a group of 3 and you're the best in the world, you're not gonna win every time. You know, me and my friends, we consider ourselves to be pretty good at the game. We never win a battle against 10 different guys. It's just too many to handle. You can't win battles like that consistently. And the thing is, having more people is definitely the easiest way to overcome odds. There's 2 real things you could do. You could just be better at the game, which takes time and skill and dedication, or you could just have more people. Having more people is the easiest one to do, because a group of 10 shitty players can beat a group of 2 really, really good players all the time, consistently. And like I said, Rust hasn't done anything to encourage this behavior or discourage it, and I'm not sure what they can do to fix this. It's just the way it is, you know? You have the freedom to go on a server with as many people as you want and play together. People are gonna do this shit. But I'm not sure why it's happening now, because I swear it never happened before, and it's only happening in this new Rust. Maybe because the population sizes are so big. I don't think turning those down would even help. It's just the way it is now. Alright, number 2, roof camping. This has become a huge fucking problem. It certainly happened in old Rust, but people did not used to do it a lot of times. I can understand base defending, but there are people who I played a server with who all they do is sit on their roof and shoot at people. And the funny thing is, the very few times I've gotten killed by them, they don't even go out and get their shit, get my loot. Sorry, I didn't mean to say shit, but they don't even get the stuff off my body. They just kill me just for the sport of it. So it's like, it's just a waste, but in their mind, it's fun. And like I said, you can't discourage this. This isn't a huge problem, but it's just an annoyance. It just makes the game tougher to have fun playing when people do this like it's their job. And I know people who I played against in servers who fucking roof camp like it's their job. I swear to God. And the last problem is offline raids. Now, the whole goal, I guess you could say, of Rust is to raid your enemies. That's like the end goal, is to get enough resources, make C4 rockets, raid them, grab their shit, and continue. But people offline raid 1,000 times more often than they online raid. You know, I've seen people who say like offline raider and proud, and the most frustrating part is that you can't prevent them from doing this. I've been playing Rust. I've had over 1,000 hours playing for more than 5 years. I have never ever been online raided, not a single time. I don't know if that's because the people are smart and they should online raid me, because that's probably smoke them, but just people offline raid. It just takes away from the game, because every time, you know, you get on the next day, your fucking base is gone, it's been offline raided, and you gotta start all over again. And now, this has been happening since the creation of Rust, obviously. It's obviously smarter to offline raid, I guess, than online raid, because there's a higher chance that you will fail. And there's nothing that Rust can do to discourage this behavior. They haven't necessarily encouraged it. It's just like, it's just a smarter thing to do, I guess. But it's just cheap. I think if you play Rust, you know it's cheap. You know it's cheap to offline raid, especially if you're planning on raiding. You're ready to raid. They're online. You're just waiting them to get off. I know people who do that. I know people who like rigorously go through like the players. You can check the players in the server. Oh, are they online? Check their friends. Are their friends online? And they go fucking raid. That's how people do it. There's nothing you can do to discourage this, and that's the annoying part. You know people are gonna offline raid. You know that they might offline raid you. You can't stop them. So there's nothing you can really do about it. And it's just these three problems: big groups, roof camping, offline raids. These are the three most glaring issues with the game. It's just not conducive to having a fun time. None of these things are fun. I mean, I'm sure if you're doing them, they're fun. But if you're not like me and you don't like, I hate going in big groups. I don't like offline raiding. I don't like roof camping. I don't like doing any of those things. I like roaming around and fucking confronting people, because I'm a man. But there's nothing that they can do to discourage this. There's nothing they can do. It has to be the community that changes it. And there's nothing, even if the community really got behind this and tried to stop this, there'd always be people doing it, obviously. But I think that, you know, I think that we can change this. I really do, because I like this game. I really like playing this game. But it's becoming more difficult and just tougher to play when this shit happens all the time. And I can understand if you're amazing at the game, like you just never get killed, you take out groups left and right, you're good, you're a god, you're fine. But even for us, people who consider themselves a little bit better than most, than slightly above average, it's just tough. In a small group of three, it's just tough, man. It really is just tough. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment. I like to hear your feedback. These are issues that I've had. I'm sure you disagree or agree. I'd love to hear your comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.